Hi, my name is Rifki Sentosa. I'm the Notion creator who created online resource manager Notion template. So in this video, I'm going to show you how all of the features in this online resource manager works, and I'm also going to show you how this Notion template can help you to get a less busy life for you. So yeah, this Notion template is designed for everyone who wants to start organizing and managing all of the digital things that you have in your life. So, for example, all of your digital notes or important or interesting articles that you want to read, or fun or important videos or web links that you want to store and keep for yourself so that you can access it later. And yeah, any other digital things that you want to have in your life, you can organize using this Notion template. So in the end, you will have a really centralized, easy to access and convenient resource management tool. So yeah, let's jump right into the Notion template. What we are seeing right now is the homepage of the online resource manager Notion template. We are currently seeing several buttons here. We can set it aside. We are going to go deeper later. And the one that I want to highlight for now is these two tables. On the right hand side, you are seeing a table containing all of the resource item itself. So the resource itself, we are currently seeing 4 of them right now. And for the left hand side are the categorizations. So all of the resource item inside this Notion template is categorized based on two things. For the first type, the first one is the resource type. So whether all of these resources, whether it's an article, whether it's a note or a Notion template or social media post or a video or a web link or any other. And you can also add a new type as you go on. You can get creative into what kind of type that is important in your resource management. You can add a new one. We are going to check it later how to add a new one. And aside of the resource type, you can also use category. So yeah, it's a really straightforward one. So this will help you to label each of this resource item, what's the resource is about. So whether it's related to email tips, and whether it's related to personal branding, related to yeah programming, web development, you can add anything that you want. Whether it's about study, about family, about your relationship, about your I don't know online courses or so on. You can get creative about the category. And yeah, that's basically the thing. So the really big picture of online resource manager, how it's structured. So let's go back into resource type and let's try to add a new resource type. You can click to new page below, or you can add click the blue button right here. If you click this one, then it will open you a new page for a new type. So let's say you want to add a new type. Uh, let's say that you want to collect scripts, for example. Let's say you're a programmer and then you want to store some GitHub repository containing some scripts that's important for your work. Let's do that. So script, here you go. And if we go back to the home page, we will see that we have a new resource type right here. And yeah, if you click to any other types, you will see a really similarly structured interface where you are going to see the all of the items and related category or related types based on the things that you click. So everything right here, right now, what we are seeing is every resource item that's only related to article resource type. And that's also the same with category. So let's say we click this one, Notion Creatorship. Okay, it's still empty. Let's click this one. You will see the same thing. You will see all of the resource item that's only related to Notion Creatorship category. So basically, resource type, resource category is a really convenient way for you to filter down all of the items that you have. And yeah, you can see as you have seen, it's basically the same structure, same layout, same interface, which will reduce a lot of frictions and make you better navigate your ocean of resources. And yeah, that's the how you add a new type. Adding a new category is basically the same. You click a new blue button, or you can add new page below. And then let's click to a new sorry, let's click into a new resource. Let's click into one. Let's say, for example, let's click this one, and you will see the content of it as you use this resource and you put a lot of notes inside, and you will also see some detailed information. So status, favorite, we are going to go deeper into that later on, and some other information related to this resource, the category, the type, and some basic info about the timestamp here. And if there's any, you can add the link, and you can add local files that's related to this resource. And then what we are seeing right now for this right hand pane right now, what we are seeing is a favorite tab. So this tab is used for showing all of the resources that you stated as favorite. So we just seen the inside content of one resource, and if you click this favorite as checked, then it will shown into this favorite tab. But let's say, for example, hey, this resource item, it was useful before, but now I don't think I'm going to use this resource anymore. I want to keep it, but I don't want it to be shown in the favorite tab. Then let's unclick this one, and it will be removed from the favorite tab. So this tab will be very useful for you to access all of the important resources that you want to. Maybe you use it frequently, or maybe it's really important that you don't want to forget. You can add any justification that you want to use favorite tab. And then after favorite, you have by type and by category tab here. So this will show you all of the resources and group everything by the type and by category. So if you go to the right, you will see more category in this case. And yeah, you can go on, you can use your touchpad to navigate, and you click this one to open everything. And yeah, this is a really nice way to navigating your resources. If you have more, you will go even down lower into the collection. But yeah, so I think this is a really neat showing big picture of all of the resource that you have. The type is also the same. So yeah, it using the same structure here. And yeah, you also see that there are several resources that has not yet any resource type, so it will shown here. And let's say you can I know this is a social media post, then how about we drag it into a social media post, and voila, you just manage your resources really quickly, really conveniently in this by type and by category tab in this resource manager Notion template. And one last table is a really straightforward one, is a table that's showing you all of the items and sort it based on based on the time that you add to the to this Notion template. So it's going to sort you based on whether it's recently added or not. And let's say that we add a new one. Let's say we add a new resource item. You can click this new blue button. It will show you a new pane here, and it will provide you with a really simple layout of what you want to have in a resource. In Note, for example, you can describe it, and then you can put all of your notes here, or anything else, articles, you can copy paste if you want. And yeah, you can change the status of the resource. If it's something that you still use it, it's active. But if you don't want to use it again, you can click it archive. And you can click favorite, like we have seen before. Favorite resources will be shown in the favorite tab later on. And if we click, let's add a new title first, new resource item, for example. And if you go into details, and you will open a new more information about this new resource item, and you can add URLs if you have any files, if you have any basic info. Is something that you simply observe. You just created this today, and you can set or configure the category and the resource of the resource type of this resource item. And then you optionally, you can also add some similar resources to this one. So in the future, let's say you want to reflect on all of the resource item that you have, you can say, hey, this item belongs together. So you know whether a new resource is related to another one, which might be useful in the near future. And yeah, that's all there is about this table. That's actually the biggest main feature of this online resource manager. Really straightforward, but really powerful in my opinion. And now, then let's go into showing how these buttons are doing. So yeah, we just added a new resource by clicking this new blue button. But what you can also do is you go into this add new resource button. What it's going to show you is a format, a pop-up that's showing you all of the form and all of the what you call it, but you can fill in all of the mandatory information of the new resource. So using this one, you can get very sequential and very effortlessly add a new resource as you like. So you can simply type the title, put the URLs optionally, and also attach a file optionally, and then mandatory information. You can see a star sign here, which means it's mandatory for you to configure for the new resource. So you need to configure the resource type and resource category, and if you click add to resource manager, boom, you will have a new resource in your online resource manager Notion template. And yeah, let's say that you add a lot of resources using the form, or maybe directly from this blue button. You can use this button, check resource inbox, and then it will open you the resource inbox that showing all of the resources that has not yet configured by the type and the category. Because this type and category is really mandatory, this particular feature is being configured for you so that you can have a really centralized page for you to configure everything correctly. And also I also want to also notify or remind you, or maybe mention, that actually adding a new resources not only by manual by adding form or clicking this blue button, but you can also use Notion Web Clipper extension from your browser. So you don't have to add a new resource manually in this tool, but using Notion Web Clipper extension, what you can have is you will add a new resource, a new website from your browser, which will be shown into this resource inbox after you add it from the browser. So this inbox will be very useful for you to manage every new resource before you will find it in the main table right here. So that's the inbox for you. And then the next button, the next feature that we have is Clean Up Archive. So previously we already shown you before how to set resource into archive status. So right here, Clean Up Archive resource is a centralized place where you will see all of the archived resource. So one of the purpose of seeing all of the archive resources are because archive resource, you can do two things. Whether you want to keep the archived resource and change the status into active again, maybe because you just realize the purpose of the resource, or let's say that you want to modify or edit some things again and then make it even more useful in the future. Or if it's not useful at all and you don't think you want to use the resource ever again, you can delete it. So that's why decentralized page is really nice for you to manage everything about that. And yeah, along with archive, which are we are currently seeing some items that is archived right now. You can simply open it and you can modify, change the status if you want to keep it, or if you don't want to use it ever again, you can just simply click delete right here. That's the archive purpose. And alongside with archive, you can also have inactive right here. So inactive are all of the resources that you do not archive yet, but the system realized that actually you did not use this resource, or you did not modify this resource for a long time. So if I check this filter, I will see that this will show all of the resources that you had not yet updated for 1 month ago. So if you did not touch a resource for 1 month, then it will shown here. Then after that, if some resources are shown here, then you will do the same thing, whether you want to maintain and keep the resource in your system, or you want to delete it because the system reminds you, hey, these resources, I don't think it's useful for you because you did not update it for 1 month. You can delete it. So that's the archive resource page here, which will be very helpful for you to make your resource manager really lean and really effective, and also helping you to only store what's important for you. That's archive. And the last button, the last feature that we want to show is to check resource report. So if we click this one, it will open the new page that will show you all of the statistics that's happening based on your resources. So you will see resource by type, resource by category. By platform is a little bit obsolete. I think I forgot to delete that. We can just ignore it. Resource by type, resource by category, and resource by date. So you will see the distribution of your resource based on these parameters. And this will help you to realize the performance of your resource management and also know how to improve on the management in the future. So yeah, basically that's everything about Online Resource Manager. Hopefully this video will show you whether Online Resource Manager is a really fitting Notion template for your needs. So yeah, hopefully this video is useful. Thank you for watching.